Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm an American who's been living in Germany since 2001. I consider myself fluent in the German language and very familiar with their culture. But you can call me Armstrong. Welcome. Upon arriving in Germany, I'll tell you, I worked very hard at learning this language. Deutsche Sprache, schwere Sprache. And although it is a very difficult language with some bizarre dialects, talking to you Schwäbisch folks, I got pretty good at it nonetheless. I tried to pay real hard attention to what people said, but also like how they said it. When I would hear new German words or phrases, I would be very conscious of them, repeat them to myself, and force myself to use them in conversations in hopes that they would stick and I would become fluent. Pretty quick, I noticed not just German words, but I also noticed some like weird, let's call them mannerisms, or even like motions, or like non-word grunts. Things, I'm talking about things that Germans do when communicating that aren't actually words, and I just thought I would share with you today my observations, what I've learned. So today, I'm going to teach you 5 different things. 5 different things you can say in German without saying an actual word. Let's get into it. All right, here we go. Number 1. Let me throw a little scenario at you. Right, so here's the scenario. You're out and about, maybe with some German friends. Maybe you went to a German friend's house and you're enjoying a couple beers and some good conversation. And even though that beer is flowing and the conversation is good, it's getting late and you gotta get going. But maybe you don't want to be rude, or you don't want to be loud. You don't want to interrupt them with your thick foreigner accent. Entschuldigen Sie bitte, ich muss jetzt gehen. Well, then have I got the solution for you. According to what I've seen, my observation, I'm led to believe that it seems to be a thing that mostly German males do. But I must tell you that many German women will do this as well. But most importantly, in regards to understanding and communication, pretty much every German understands this, for it is the unspoken national move for I need to leave now, or I'm going to get going now. And it goes like this. Number 2, did you ever run into a friend on the street and you want to catch up with them, but you don't have a lot of time? Maybe you want to ask somebody how they're doing, but maybe your German isn't that good. Or perhaps you want to ask, how's life going? Or maybe you just did tell them something, you just explained something to them, and you want to confirm in as few words or grunts as possible if they understood. You can achieve all of these things with one simple noise. You know what I'm saying? In Germany, you could walk up to your friend and say to them in German, hey, wie geht es dir? Or you could ask them if everything's okay by saying, is alles okay by dir? Or like I said, if you wish to confirm that they understood what you just said, in proper German you may ask them, hast du mich verstanden? But I, amateur anarchist sociologist Armstrong, am here to tell you that you can say all of those things to a German with one grunting noise and they will all understand. I promise you. It goes like this. Nah? It's that simple. Nah? And I like that. Number 3, I find a little bit creepy. And I'll be honest with you, my dear viewers, I'm not sure if it's a regional thing, so I would appreciate any of my Germans watching chime in the comments. Is this a regional thing? Because I noticed it a lot in Bavaria, for example. And nowadays, thank God, I live in the northwest of Germany. I don't see it as much here, but I'm not necessarily looking for it. But boy, I'll tell you what, as a newbie down there in Bavaria, this stuck out to me like a sore thumb. Or a creepy finger, I should say. You see, because here in Germany, if like a kid is doing something you don't agree with and you want to let them know. You want to let them know that you see what they're doing and that's no good. Perhaps Perhaps you wish to let somebody know that they did something completely unagreeable, and you want to let them know that you know and what you think of it. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can show both your disapproval, disagreement, even sort of warn them with one simple weird movement. What I call the creepy German finger wiggle. Now, from what I've seen it be a majority of old people that will do this at somebody to let them know that they're misbehaving and that they do not approve of this. And it should be said that what I have observed is two varieties of this. The first version would go like this, and I would say I see this more commonly. So see, you're misbehaving, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm the German that wants to let you know I see your misbehavior and I do not approve. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make eye contact with you, and then I'm going to do this with my hand. This foreboding waving back and forth, at the elbow, ever so gently, back and forth. But it should be said that the other version I find creepy, and it goes like this. Just kind of move that finger back and forth like that, while again giving you the cold, hard German stare. So yeah, that's how you tell them, I don't approve of what you're doing. I see it. Stop it. Excuse me. Moving on to number 4. This next one is a sort of guttural pagan coughing sound. But it adds emphasis to what you're saying, kind of like how us Americans use the F word. But it's not the F word. It can be added to sentences to show shock, despair, and disappointment even. The noise I'm talking about is ach. And you can go as long or hard on that as you want to make your point clear. One of my favorite examples is when a German will go, ach du Scheiße. It's kind of like saying, oh shit. But you will also hear this noise if somebody is disgusted by something. The exact same noise, ach. And sometimes you'll hear it used in a tone of sadness or disappointment, like, ugh. But also it can be a noise that you make if you want to express that you're annoyed with someone. Ach. Ach is efficient, like Germans. Germans are efficient. Number 5 is a sort of magical German sign language you can use when you wish to express to someone, for example, that you think what they're saying is just crazy. Now, I mean, sure, if you speak German, you could just call them crazy. Du bist verrückt. But maybe you're a little insecure about that word verrückt and how it sounds with your silly foreigner accent. But it should also be said that this motion is something that you could use if you wish to signal to somebody that what they're saying at the moment doesn't make much sense to you. Or even what they're doing is just not right. Or maybe you're with a friend and you're in a crowd and there's a speaker speaking and you want to signal to your friend that what this guy up there is saying is just not right. And perhaps you wish to do all of these things in a very German fashion that is being direct, yet passive-aggressive. I'm happy to inform you that after years of observing Germans, I have learned that you can accomplish communicating all of these things with one simple motion, and it goes like this. That's right. You just look at them, give them that good old-fashioned German cold, hard stare, and then just start tapping your head while you're looking at them. For good measure, you could shake your head no, but it's not a must. And I promise you, if you do this to a German here in Germany, you look at them and you start doing this, you just said to that person that you think they're crazy. And you did it without saying a word. And I think that's magical. You know, I must admit, I did have a little fun over the years observing the Germans and attempting to mock their mannerisms in an attempt to, like, fit in. It became fun for me. I can't lie, it became fun for me. And it's kind of funny what you can discover when you look at society. The amount of ways that people can and do communicate without even using proper grammar. But I do hope that you enjoyed this video today. If you got any more for me to learn, please let me know down below in a comment. And since you were here and since you made it to the end, I'd appreciate it if you considered giving me a like, maybe consider subscribing. I do hope to be coming at you all soon with another video, something else very soon. But until that happens, I do hope that you're over there taking care of yourself. Nah.